Ready?
हाँ शुरू
Ready.
करो ना.
जवान की तरह. Ready?
Girls ready?
Girls, ready?
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Chai Talk. Officially, we are on episode 3. I am your host, Waji, aka Waji West, accompanied with my co-host,
Mama ji.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, again, like I said, we're officially on episode 3, Mama. The response has been amazing. I'm so happy that you guys are joining our Chai Talks. So grab a cup of tea, grab a cup of chai, and join our Chai Talks. We don't have chai with us right now, but
we already had it. I already did, yes.
You guys go ahead and grab your chai because this topic is going to be a bit, I'm not going to say controversial.
But don't forget to take any biscuits.
Oh,
or
yeah,
any
get your biscuits too,
manorojan
Prince
with
cookies.
That chai. Yeah, cookies,
Because
biscuits,
this topic,
whatever you can get.
This topic
Nuts will be fine
okay,
too.
Are you going to let me speak or not?
Okay.
Okay, so anyways, sheesh, you know what? You start.
No, okay.
I'm joking. I'll start. Let me introduce the topic. Anyways, guys, first and foremost, again, I want to say thank you guys so much. If you guys want to watch the video version on YouTube, if you're listening from Spotify or Apple Podcasts, the audio version, whatever it may be, and thank you guys for all the feedback. I've been listening to everything, and we're going to improve episode by episode. We're trying to improve with the audio, and I know the audio in the first episode wasn't the best. Second got a bit better, and hopefully we're going to keep improving. Anyways.
Yeah, Vaji is working really hard. People, if you know any tips, please let him know because it takes him forever to set up the set.
Because, Mom, it's a full-on setup, bro. You guys don't realize there's like
the
2-3
volume
cameras.
And everything.
Yeah.
We are new on this, but बेचारा इतना काम करता है और मैं मुफ्त की एक्टर बैठी रहती हूँ 3 घंटे इसका इंतजार करने के लिए कि इस सेट पे जो ना वो करे तो मैं फारिग हो जाऊँ. मेरी कमर ऑलरेडी ain't गई है.
She's saying her back is hurting. That's another thing I need to add captions for the YouTube video. People said that. People said that. So anyways, either way. Okay, let's just go into our topic, Mom. Okay. Let's just get into our topic. Today's topic is going to be raising kids in America and how you did. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and rate you and how you did. And I'm going to rate you and how you did. And I'm going to tell you what things that I wish you actually did better.
Oh my God. It's been bestie with your child.
No, it's not bestie.
This episode will call bestie with your child.
No, it's not bestie. It's more so on how to handle kids in certain situations.
Oh my God. And then I will tell you how to behave.
Guys, see again.
No. I'm not going to take any criticism for you. Hell no. I'm not going to. Until you are a parent, you cannot say anything about parenting.
Guys, this is what is. See, look.
You can say whatever as a child perspective, but I'm not going to take any criticism until you become a parent. No, sorry.
I'm giving
you. Stop.
Okay, that's fine. Look, for the viewers, right? See, there's mothers that are listening, and there's also children like me, my age or younger. There's people like me that are listening. All I'm saying is, look, this is exactly what Chai Talk is. We are getting into the issues of basically what the
It doesn't mean that you are going to bestie on the national TV.
I'm just talking about issues that we as kids go through with Desi parents, with brown parents, with immigrant families, immigrant parents. And how you can speak on your behalf on what you go through and like whatever the case may be in your situation.
As lawyer ban gaye to iska ye matlab hai you are scrutinize me with your talking.
No, it's not about that, Mom. We are in Chai Talk. Even though we have fun and there's a lot of banter back and forth, we actually get down to the actual issues because there's certain mentality that you have, which is very like old.
Oh,
and I'm just and I'm
you
wishing.
Think I'm very old, Mom?
No, it's not old, Mom. There's a certain mentality that immigrant families and
no
and you
negative
and
thing should come out from your mouth.
It's not about negative. It's about
no negative thing. I'm not going to take any criticism from
Anyways,
you
guys, you see
because this is very hard thing to take criticism from your own child.
No, it's not criticism, Mom. I'm not giving you criticism. Just listen. We're gonna talk.
You just can't say you are the best.
You are the best, but
and that's
I'm gonna talk about how there's certain things that like even with education, with careers, that's a big thing. Careers, education. But you know what? Let's just first start with this. I feel like you did do a great job in raising us. I mean, obviously it's a compliment to myself as well by complimenting you, obviously. I think you did do a great job, but
here we go.
We'll get
here we go.
We'll get into how I wish there were certain things that could have been handled better when it came to school.
I wish there were certain things that you could do.
Okay, just listen. I'm just speaking. Okay, anyways. How about this? How about you start with young mothers out there? There's young mothers out there, soon to be young mothers out there.
No, first I would like to listen what is in your heart.
No, we'll start. We'll get into that.
No. First have a chappal in my hand.
First we'll get into
No. I will. Now you pressurize me. Yeah, now you pressurize me that you are going to say some things should be better.
I'm not. No, it's not about should be better.
Why you shouldn't choose your own mom.
No, it's just
why,
guys.
Because Allah Subhanahu wa Taala make me your mom.
Can we get into this? Can we get into this episode?
Okay, go.
Okay, let's start with this. Let's start with a question of what's like a advice that you would give to young moms out there that are just starting out and like childhood and I don't know how I was as a child, obviously you know that, but just what are some advice that you can give to young moms or soon to be, or even just about the, like, I don't know, just the entire, just as momhood.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to say nobody's perfect,
of
right?
Course.
And whatever we learn from our parents, that's what we instill in our kids, the good things and better things. And what we do, that whatever we didn't have in our childhood, the life we did not had, we want to give our child the better life what we had in our times.
Yeah.
So that is every parent goal. But for me, it was, the most important thing was if my kids are happy, if I am making them happy. That was my most important thing. I always...
by pressuring us, by choosing our careers,
because my dad was very kind.
By choosing our careers, by basically
I did not choose your
influence. Career. You basically influenced us and persuaded us by giving us chapels for getting bad grades, forcing us into.
What will be you if you will not be loyal? Tell me.
Listen, I will tell you. All I'm saying is you did do a great job in making us happy growing up, but at the same time, there's a lot of tough love. We were scared with grades, with school, but granted. I'm thankful for that because we are where we are because of that, right? We are where we are because of that.
No,
but at the end of the
कहते हैं कि हमारे उसमें कहा जाता है कि दो सोने का निवाला, कि सोने का निवाला give them the bite of the gold, the best food there, but देखो शेर की निगाह से.
What does that mean?
शेर की निगाह से जो जिसमें शेर की निगाह से mean कि there should be a discipline, there should be a khawf, there should be a
share. So basically, she's saying feed you gold but at the same time keep your strength and discipline,
strength, and everything that you need to show to your kids. That's how you are not going to control, but that's how you are going to manage their life.
On that point of always wanted to keep us happy, did you ever ask us what do we want to be in life?
I mean, yes, I guess so.
You're stuttering.
No, I mean, I'm not stuttering. I'm going back in my memory. I'm not stuttering. I am going back in my memory. Okay, so first of all, if you did not had anything in your mind that you want to do this,
Mom,
okay,
I asked a simple yes or no question. Did you or did you not ever ask us what it is that we want to become in life?
I think I did.
Without giving your own answer or suggestion.
I think parents think the best for the kids, and they know the values. They know the values.
Even answer the question, ladies and gentlemen. She
they
can't
know the
even
values what my child can do.
This episode is going to be.
No, if my child cannot walk, I know my child cannot walk. I will not tell him to run. The thing is that we know what abilities our child has and what abilities he's going to be good.
So basically, you're going to choose for your kids?
No, we can, but I
you're going to choose for your kids?
No, I chose Dr. for Ahmed. Did he become a doctor? No, he didn't.
Do you guys see this? But do you guys see this? I chose doctor for him.
No.
Do you guys see this? You chose his career from the beginning.
No, I did not from the beginning.
But he didn't want to do it.
Okay. You remember from 3rd grade, 2nd grade, we put out his journal and he wrote over there that he wanted to become a doctor.
Mom, you know why though? Yeah. It's because you put that in our heads from the start.
No, because that's what he wanted to be from the first thing.
But that's what you put in our heads.
For it.
It's because that's what you put in our heads. You put that in our heads.
No, but then what happened? UCLA, 3rd year, he said he's not going to become. I mean, after 3 years of biology.
He was brave to take that decision to, I guess, not pursue it anymore and do what it is that he wanted to.
So what did I do? Did I hit him? No. Did I say bad things? Did I get mad?
You don't need to.
I only told him that was my dream. That you become a doctor. You're shattering my dream, and that's about it.
Did you guys just hear that? She just said that was my dream for you to become a doctor, and you are shattering my dreams.
Yeah.
So he shattered your dreams.
He did big time.
You guys hear this right now?
Yeah.
So because he did not want to become a doctor, he shattered your dreams.
No, because I wanted to become a doctor for some reason.
Okay, so then why are you imposing that on your children?
No.
So why are you imposing that on your children?
It is a good thing. Okay, देखो.
it's good for who?
No. Listen to me. I know if it is not good for Ahmed, I accepted it. But देखो दुनिया क्या है? अल्लाह सुब्हाना ताला ने हमें इस दुनिया में क्यों भेजा है? दुनिया ये है कि अल्लाह सुब्हाना ताला के बाद अगर कोई दुनिया में आपको फील बेटर करा सकता है तो वो डॉक्टर है. डॉक्टर अल्लाह ताला की सबसे बड़ी नेमत है. The blessing of being in this world after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessings, the other blessing is doctor, because health is wealth. If doctor will make you feel better, what else you want to be in this world? What else? And I know we are crazy. Pakistani people are crazy because of.
It's not just Pakistanis. I feel like it's a lot of
a lot of Indian, Desi, and Arabic.
Bengalis,
all Middle East. They want because doctor is something become a very difficult to become, and then it's a very prestigious job, and then
I think that you guys
that we are crazy in love with the doctor profession because
what I think that you guys are so focused on is that idea of prestige and that idea of respect and that idea of title. You guys are so consumed with this idea of title. What you don't care about the fact that that profession, what you care about is the title of doctor. What you care about the title of lawyer. You care about going around and saying, my son is a doctor, my son is a lawyer, my daughter is a doctor, my daughter is a lawyer, engineer, whatever the case may be. The parents care about what you guys, and this is the old ways, I feel like. And a lot of people still think this way. You probably still think this way. You guys care more about the title than the actual profession and what you do and what the person does in their day in, day out. You don't even know what lawyers even essentially do in their day-to-day life. What different types of lawyers there are. What's the difference between litigation and transactional. All you know is lawyer. Oh, wow.
Okay,
lawyer.
No. Okay, let me correct you on that. First of all, being a doctor, I told you that you are going to help. I saw in my life, I was here alone without parents, without any siblings, without any friend support, without any neighbors. And I used to get sick with pregnancies, with a lot of other problems. And whenever I used to go alone to the doctor, he was the only one. I was going into glass door. Let me finish it. Going into glass door with pain and coming out from the glass door happily, and my pain was gone and I was feeling better. That's how because I wanted to be a doctor, that's how I fell in love with the doctors. You are right about the title. Who doesn't want to say,
the title. That's
no, we did not, the whole sum, we did not care about the...
90%, 75% is title.
No, I will say 60-40.
75%
No.
75%
We
is
would
respect,
like
prestige.
to say, doctor.
And everything that you described, you said love of doctors, but everything that came after that was about respect, prestige, and the honor of this and that.
But there are other two professions that I love, that I wanted to tell everybody. Okay, so there are two person in your life, every kid life. One is parent and one is teacher. If you have got one right person in your life, you are done with your life successfully and you will become something. It will take only one parent, चाहे वो mother है, चाहे father है, and it will take only one teacher to make up to your life.
Listen.
Okay, so I know we will not say, oh, my daughter is teacher. We will not be that happy about, oh, he teaches.
You won't carry it the way that you carried, oh, yeah, my son is this.
That is persona in our society. Yes, you're right. But the thing is, in my now, okay, I get you what you are saying. And we know this, that there is a fault on this thinking. Yeah. But now I will tell you, in my life, there was one teacher that made my life as a writer. There was one teacher who pursued me thinking out of the box. There was one of my parents who gave me all this azadi to do whatever I can do in those 18th century times. So the thing is, it will take to make a child life worth willing is one parent and one teacher. The third thing that I know have become my life is making movies. I mean,
okay, before
this is the advice. This is the advice. Please let me say.
Because now you're getting. Who's asking for advice when you?
People, you think when we see movie, how they can take us from our own world.
Why couldn't I have become a movie maker?
Because I didn't know of that time. We learned too.
See, you didn't exactly. What if I was into? I did enjoy production and movie making. You saw all my editing skills with YouTube and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, you saw that. Your ass is like Leela Bhansali.
Storytelling. I truly enjoy that, right? Even from high school. But the thing is this: like, I feel like you guys. I feel like it's an old thinking that needs to. It's more so like. You guys think that these are the only ways to make money. The only ways to make money is by becoming a doctor, lawyer, engineer, by going into investment. You guys think that these are the only ways to make money. You guys don't know about the other side of this world, which this world has transgressed to, which is the whole idea of technology, which is like movies have been around for the longest, but even with social media, right? There's so much that. Even with stocks, people doing stocks. Yeah. Even with art, creativity, there's so much opportunities out there where people, even with marketing, I've seen with marketing has become a huge thing. It's because there's so much money out there to be made outside of doctor, lawyer, and engineer now.
You are right. We were not
you guys think those are the only professions that make
because
money?
The thing is, because this is the CD road. CD simple road. You work
hard. You guys are CD road. That's what you guys are about.
Study hard. Become doctor. Become engineer. Become lawyer, and you can make halal risk out of it.
Yeah.
We didn't know about the stock market. Now people knows about the stock market. Even we didn't have the concept of stock market.
I won't blame you guys because this is all you guys knew. All you guys knew was doctor, lawyer, engineer. That's all you guys knew.
Still people wants doctor. Even अभी मैंने किसी से बात की तो उनका no हम अपना रिश्ता सिर्फ डॉक्टर की तक को ही देंगे.
All these rishtas, all these people, all they care
want
about
doctors.
Is that.
They want doctors.
But dude, that's what's so messed up within Desi culture. I feel like it is so. You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. But it's just
I recognize it. I recognize it.
Yeah, that's fine to recognize it, but it's just so messed up within Desi culture. And I feel like we have such a problem because even parents now, it's like they won't allow someone to be with someone, or rishtas. They won't allow this rishta to happen. Because that person is not a doctor, or lawyer, engineer. That person is that.
To have a doctor in the family,
see, that's what it is.
It is very
prestige.
helpful.
Respect.
No, it's very helpful.
No. What's the main reason?
Not
why?
Prestige. It's very helpful.
You know why though?
You have a doctor, you have a lawyer in the family.
Okay, that's fine. That's helpful. You know why though? Okay, what if they're not living? That doesn't matter. Helpful aside, you know why? That's because you can tell. You know why? It's because I can call a friend that's a doctor. You can go ahead and tell someone else that person in my family's a doctor. That is what's important to you. You can go around and say that person.
No, it's not that.
That person. That person in my family's a doctor.
No.
She married a doctor. Everybody goes around. I swear to you, bro. I swear to you, with all these rishtas that happen nowadays, I promise you. You know this too. You know this too very well. If someone marries a doctor, the freaking first thing that they will point out is what? Oh, yeah, she married him. He's a doctor. That is the number one thing. That is the, you know this truth.
Why do you think doctor is so popular? Why?
For doctor, or
because
he's a lawyer, or he's this.
No, because it is a very tough job to become a doctor.
Okay, but let me finish.
Only 10% of people will become a doctor. It's in less commodity.
But the thing is,
it's in the less commodity. Everybody can do all kind of sort of things. But doctor becoming is very hard.
I'm not saying it's not hard. It's the hardest thing ever. But what I'm trying to say is this. It's not.
So that's why it has its value.
But what I'm trying to say is,
because it's the hardest thing out there. That's why it has a value.
People,
why it has its value
within Desi culture, bro. The first and foremost thing that is mentioned when someone's married someone is oh, he's that, or he's this, or she's that, or she's this. That is the first and foremost thing, which I feel like it is a messed up mentality. And the thing is,
plus,
it starts
I think,
with,
and plus,
it's a messed up mentality, bro. Keep it real.
It is messed up mentality because then you will recognize that person with the profession.
Exactly.
If he's not doing something important, he's worthless, and what he will do with his life. And if he's doing something with his life, like he's a doctor, engineer, or he's up, then you are going to give him more respect. Then he will be more valuable. But I mean that. Yeah.
Get this. There's probably situations where a person is a doctor, but they're the worst type of person when in a relationship, right? They could be terrible how they treat their wife or husband, or she treats the husband. They could be whatever the case may be. That could happen. Or a person
But he's a doctor, but she's a doctor.
Do you see this? Yo, you just proved my point. You just proved my point. To this, see, people and parents, it does not matter how that person is. What matters the most?
Because it's in the less commodity.
Did you guys just hear what she said?
Because
he could be a terrible person, but he's a doctor.
Yeah, because
wow, subhanallah, mashallah.
Terrible person cannot
be a terrible
doctor.
person. Oh, now a terrible person. Now a terrible person can be a doctor.
No, because
he does not know how to. He does not know how to be a great husband.
One easy thing.
But he's a doctor, ladies and gentlemen.
No, not easy thing.
It's not about easy. She's
you
this.
You cannot get everything in your life. Agar doctor hai, or agar wo hai. What if the person is so good?
Let me tell you this, Mom. Let me tell you this.
He's so good, but he's poor. He doesn't have anything to live with it.
I became, look, alhamdulillah, I did become a lawyer. I but that was your, I'm not saying it wasn't my dream, but that was more so your dream than it was mine.
But what, you didn't have anything in mind.
I wasn't given an option to have another thing in mind.
No, you did not had anything in mind.
Okay, guys, imagine this. Imagine you are in middle school. Now, the only thing that is...
Not in middle school, when you were only... Listen, that was... How old was I? No. He was only 2 years old, 3 years old.
2 years old, and she decided I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or because the thing is, he always, whenever I talk to him, he always argue with me, talk to me a lot. And I was telling, on this age, who is going to argue me? I mean, he was always confronting me, and he looks like my brother. And if I'm sometimes mad, and he used to make me happy and said, "Oh, you are mad with your own brothers look like son. Oh, you are going to hit your own brothers look like son." I mean, who is going to talk like this in 3 years old? So he was so good in talking. Yeah, as you can see, he talks so fast. I said, okay, that is the good option, that he could be lawyer, because he comforts me and he beats me in talking. So he is going to be a good lawyer. So you did not had any imagination growing up what you want to be.
So ladies and gentlemen, since I was 3 years old, I was destined, or I was told I'm going to become a lawyer. You just proved my point entirely. You entirely just proved my point by telling me.
But there is another route too. Emma didn't become the doctor. What happened? Nothing happened.
But what I'm
we
trying to say
accepted him.
We accepted him. Look at what you're saying.
Well, yeah.
We accepted him. He's your son. It doesn't matter what he does. You should accept him regardless, even if he was into acting, even if he was into painting, even if he was into designing.
No.
You hear the words that you're saying? This is what's wrong with...
We didn't say anything.
This is what's wrong with their parents.
No, we didn't say anything. Did
we say
anything?
Bro, you just said we didn't say... We accepted him.
We accepted it, what he wanted to do. He didn't want to become a doctor. We accepted it. There was not in half an hour that I was mad at him. Why you are doing this?
At the end of the day, let me tell you this. I became a lawyer, right? I did become a lawyer, but let me tell you this, guys. I've realized, look, I understand what parents do. Let me tell you, what you guys do, I will not blame you. I do need to get some water because this conversation is getting hot. Anyways, listen, what I will say is this, that what parents do, they definitely do want the best for their children. And I'm not wrong in the sense that that's what you were trying to do. What you were trying to do is for us to have the best life and for us to set up for success.
But we couldn't have, we wanted you to have.
Exactly. So I don't blame you. It's the sense of like, oh, I want him to become this successful person. I want him to become X, Y, Z.
Why we sacrifice our country, our relations,
because you want the best for your son and children.
Our parents, everything, because coming from another country and still everything over here in us was very difficult change. It was not easy.
And I don't blame you. And so that's what I'm saying. I don't blame you because you just want the best for us.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying now, right? Now if I have kids, inshallah, okay? Inshallah. Now when I have kids, this mentality, I think I get it. I get it. I don't blame you guys because this is a mentality that comes from back home, and it's just like you guys want us to see set up for success. But this mentality, I'm not going to tell my kid, yo, I will guide him. But I'm not gonna say at the age of 2, 3 years old, this guy's gonna be a lawyer. No, bro. I will guide him and tell him.
I will tell them.
Now she's gonna decide the fate of my children too.
Oh yes.
She just said,
नाम भी मैं ही रखूंगी.
No, you were not. You were not naming rights.
Yes.
Stay away from my children.
No, नाम भी मैं ही रखूंगी बेटा जी.
No, I'm not. No, you're not keeping it. No, you're not.
After mama जी नाम भी मैं रखेंगे.
Listen.
और बेटा अभी 6 महीने का होगा तो मैं उसको बता दूंगी कि उसने क्या बनना है. कहाँ तक जाओगे बेटा जी?
But this is what has to change. Is this idea? I just feel like
तुम लोग चाहते हो कि लोफर बने तुम्हारी औलाद.
No, it's not about loafer bane.
Oh beta, be a wussy ass. Whatever you want to be, beta, I'm with you. Oh beta, whatever you want to do with your life. And next thing you are doing, they are doing nasha and they are doing heroin and they are doing this.
No,
you have to harden their tushy. Hey, listen.
I get that
you
too.
need to read. You need to learn. You need to become something. You cannot be a lousy ass, laying down here, laying down there, going to the streets, going to the friends.
Of course, that's different.
No.
Listen.
Oh, don't be wussy. Oh, beta, you do whatever you want to do with your life.
That's not what I'm saying. I am going to instill that discipline. I'm going to instill the value of education, the importance of education. I'm going to instill all that. But I'm not going to choose. Look, I'm going to make sure they're doing something. bro, I'm gonna make sure they're doing something. But whatever is that something is something that they want to succeed in.
पेरेंट्स का यही मसला है कि वो अपने बच्चे को रोकते नहीं है. ओ इनका कॉन्फिडेंस खराब होगा, इनको मना नहीं करना, दराज खोल के वो जितनी चीजें निकाल के बाहर फेंक दे, उनको ना नहीं कहना. वो बच्चे इतने पागल होते हैं, उनको ना नहीं बोलते, इतने पागल होते हैं, हर चीज में घुस रहे होते हैं, उनको डिसिप्लिन नहीं होता, हर चीज में अपनी उंगलियां दिखा रहे होते हैं. हम अपने बच्चे को देखते, एक दफा देखते थे वो चुप करके डिसिप्लिन के साथ बैठ जाते थे, और नहीं हम मना नहीं कर सकते, इनका कॉन्फिडेंस खराब होगा.
I get that. Listen, I get all that too. So I get, and you're making me understand this too. You have to be disciplined, and I get all that, bro, 100%. And that's what you have. I'm not gonna let my kids be none of that. All I'm saying is, bro, it's like that pressure is just about the pressure. I'm just saying that pressure of like, oh, if this person doesn't become this,
why there was pressure?
Disappointment. Or if he doesn't get this grade, if he doesn't get into this school, if he doesn't get into this school, disappointment.
You know why?
You become labeled with disappointment and all this pressure. I'm just saying. I'm not saying to completely change the approach. I'm just saying ease the pressure a little bit. That's it. No. Just ease the pressure a little bit.
No, ease the pressure. You know why?
Support the child.
No. Okay.
Support the child.
Ease the pressure is तब होता है जिस वक्त पता हो कि मेरा बेटा इतना जीनियस है कि वो ये काम बगैर पढ़े बगैर मेहनत किए कर लेगा, तब ease the pressure होता है. जब पता होता है कि बच्चे का IQ कितना है और वो कितना पढ़ सकता है.
So how was my IQ not good, right? But I worked hard.
No, work hard. मैंने क्यों कहा है तुम्हें work hard करना? Something came easy to you? No. You had to work hard. So ये भी होता है कि बच्चे को आप ये नहीं होता कि अच्छा जी मुझे पता है कि भी इसको मैं प्रेशर करूंगी तो ही अपनी पूरी मेहनत लगा के इस मौजू तक आएगा. अगर मैं प्रेशर नहीं करूंगी तो तुम फर्स्ट चैप्टर पे ही छोड़ जाओगे. क्योंकि मुझे ये पता है, I know मुझे ये पता है कि he's not genius.
I'm sorry, I'm just realizing the editing. I'm gonna have to translate a lot, so please just do a little bit of English too, please.
So I'm telling you, he doesn't have an IQ of 30 like Einstein. He's an average child, so I have to pressure him to push your hard self so you can go to the next chapter of your life.
Bro,
you need to pressure.
Okay, let me give you examples.
Because education, to get education, to stay on the same page, to get motivated, to get the education of that level is not easy thing.
It's not. So let me give you examples now. So I'm going through this whole entire process, right? So, okay, look, let me give you examples. When it came to let's just do a most recent example, the bar exam. The bar exam, for example, the most California bar exam, the bar exam for those I know is an exam that after law school you have to pass this bar exam in order to be an actual attorney in practice within the state.
And you know when there was your exam, I cried.
So exactly. So I'm getting to that point, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting to that point, bro. This is exactly what I'm trying to say. Okay, I'm sorry. There's a pop-up on the screen. Okay, listen. This is exactly what I'm trying to say. Listen, going back to that example, the bar exam. I am going through the hardest and toughest point in my life that I've, in that sense, academic-wise, in my career-wise, I am going through the most toughest because I know that if I don't pass this exam the first time, I have to retake it. It's going to be a whole, it's first of all, studying.
It's a nightmare.
The intensity of the exam, studying for 3-4 months, and then finding out your results 2-3 months later, if you pass or don't pass, and you can't even practice being an attorney, and then you have to wait until I take the exam again and study. It's a whole thing, right? So if I'm under the most stress, I'm under the most pressure. I already know the pressure and level of this exam and the heightened of this exam, right? I already know it, right? So instead, and you know that I'm going through that, right? So instead of adding more stress, instead of adding more pressure, being like, you got to make sure you pass this. You know you have to do this. You know you can't retake it. You know you have to do it the first time. You know you have to get it done the first time. You're adding a whole nother layer. I already know this. I already know this.
How I know that you know it? मुझे ख्वाब आई है?
What do you mean? I'm sitting. If I got to the point
to
take the
bar... No, you were in New York. You were in New York.
I got to the point to take the bar exam. You don't think I know that I need to pass it?
Yeah.
Like, you don't think I know the process?
You were in New York. How the hell know you are wasting the time or you're studying?
All I'm trying to say,
I need to make sure.
See this?
See, I need to make sure.
At this point, I was what, 24, 25?
My job is being mom. I'm not, whatever you understand, it's your thing.
It's about being a supportive mom, though.
I'm not going to back up from my job as a mom to make sure that, hey, guy, you are working hard.
Your approach is wrong because your approach in those moments for a child.
Oh my God, I remember you hit the roof.
For those,
only I said, do not go to the basketballs. Are you going to the basketball games or something?
She got mad at me for
hit the roof.
She got mad at me for taking care of my physical health instead of staying in a room cramped up for 8 hours. I'm studying for 8 hours a day. I'm studying for 8 hours a day, and I step outside to go play basketball for some physical activity, so I can that actually helps with the whole process. She gets mad at me because I'm not studying. Oh my God. Can you guys imagine as a student, can you guys imagine studying for the bars? And can you guys imagine after studying 8 hours of the day, after studying for 8 hours a day and you're going to go play basketball because you want that physical exercise?
I didn't know how many times you for the you went out. I didn't know you were in New York. So I needed to know that you think it's very serious business. I'm not in your heart. I'm not in your brain. I'm doing my mop jobs, like making sure you know this thing.
So let me tell you.
If you already know, thank you, God.
Then why
thank you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
But you, why you
thank
gotta
you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He knows. But if you don't know, then if I'm not going to say, I'll be lousy at my job.
How do I not?
I will be lousy at my job.
Bro.
I need to tell you, hey, listen to me. Are you doing enough? I don't know if you are doing enough or not. How the way I was not living with you?
It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I know what I need to do. And you reminding me constantly does not help. All I think I need is, hey, can I help you with anything? Hey, can I send you, like, did you eat? Make sure you do this or do.
I always ask you what to eat.
Bro, but it's it comes with it's the approach. You have the right, you have the right mindset in the sense of you want to, like, you're worried or you want to check in, right?
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you for that. What I'm upset at you about is the approach. The approach of parents could be 10 times better. Your approach could have been so much better. It could have just been like, hey, hope studying is going well. Let me know if you need it. Let me know if you need help with it. It's your approach. Instead of adding that, you have to get this done. You have to pass the first time. No. Instead of saying that, I'd be like, hey, and honestly, if you were to just say like, hey, you know what, it's okay if you don't pass it first. And a lot of people don't do it. If you were to say, hey, you know what, it's okay, we're here for you no matter what happens. You know what?
Of course we are here for you.
After all that, all I'm saying is you could have been like, just make sure you're working your hard. Give your 110%. But you know what? At the end of the day, leave it up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If it doesn't work out this time.
That's what I said.
If it doesn't work out this time, then it will work out the next time. We'll be here for you and we'll go through this whole process again. But what you do is add that pressure and stress by saying, get it done.
How hard the parent is online, how hard it is for be online with you guys all the time. It's not that you are giving exam, it's that we are giving exam.
We're the ones
we are going through each and every bit with you.
You're not sitting there for 8 hours studying.
I know, but we are feeling that in our heart. Oh my God, he's studying. He has lot of pressure. We know you are doing it and we are bhukting it.
But
you are doing it and we are
so let me give you an example, guys.
We are suffering.
Let me talk about that point. So now the bar exam is a 2-day exam, okay? After the first day exam, it was essays. I thought I did terrible. Everybody thinks they do terrible, right? I thought, oh my God, I'm not gonna pass this exam. I thought that I don't know when I taught. No, actually after the full.
No, the first one was good.
Yeah, I think first, after it took the second day exam.
No, first one he said, oh, alhamdulillah.
I think it was okay.
I did good. It was
no,
okay.
It's not either way. I didn't want to talk too much about it.
Yeah. But you did talk. You said, I remember. It's carved in my heart.
Okay.
The time I spent.
Okay.
The first day was cool, very good. You said, yeah,
I thought it was okay. It was still tough.
It was okay.
Then the second day came around, it was multiple choice. That was the hardest thing I've ever experienced.
The second day was so tough.
Okay, so how was it tough for who? Me, not you, bro. Look at you. Listen. Okay, look, guys.
Second day, you did not talk. You hang up the phone.
Because
you said it was so hard.
Bro, look, she's about to cry now. Listen, the second day after the exam, I thought that I didn't pass. I thought, you know what? I'm going to have to retake this. It was the toughest thing that I ever did. And I was like, I didn't want to talk to anybody because no one else understands it. Look, she's literally crying, guys. Look, she's literally crying out. She's literally tearing. Dude, this is so hard. Look, the thing is that I did not want to talk to anybody that did not go through that because no one understands that level of stress, pressure of the bar exam and the toughness than the person that actually took it. So I was only going to talk to people that were like my peers. I was not going to talk to someone that does not know what it is, what the process is, how it is, how stressful it is, how much pressure it is. And I did not think I did well. I thought, you know what, I'm going to have to retake this. And so what does she do in this moment, right? This was a moment for you to give me tasalli, for you to give me comfort. This was a moment for you to give me comfort.
I just said, oh my
God.
Instead,
what did you do? You started crying yourself. Guys, think about this situation. I am so stressed. I am like, oh my God, I don't think I did well. I didn't pass. This is the hardest thing. I don't know. I'm not going to find out till 3 months later. Like, why are you crying, bro? Listen, why are you crying? In that moment, wow, dude, Chai Talk. This is crazy. In Chai Talk, emotions are revealed. This is a very unfiltered and raw podcast. She's literally tearing up.
No, because
it takes you back to that moment. It did. You
hung up on the phone because you didn't want to talk, and I know it was hard for you. And then I talked to Christine. I called her. Thank God she picked up my phone. She was crying too. She said it was the
hardest thing ever.
Hardest thing ever we took. And she said polite, kind words. She said, Mama, whatever, Mama ji, whatever it is, we did it. I hope for the best. I hope we will get it. But it was the hardest thing. And she was crying, and she said she's going to take a shower and then she's going to go to sleep.
In that moment, all I'm saying is this. Think about this, right? This is what I mean, going back to the approach. This is what I mean. In that moment, right, I feel like I'm done. I've lost it. I feel like this is everybody felt this way. I felt like this is the hardest thing ever. I did not pass. I have to get ready for next year. I have to literally go through this entire process again. I have to study for 3-4 months again. I have to do this whole, like, my entire life on pause again, right? In that moment. Instead of you giving me comfort, instead of being, hey, babe, just listen. Why did I hang up the phone?
Because you didn't talk for a second.
But you know why though? Because in that moment, instead of asking, why don't you think you did good?
No, I didn't say. No,
you said,
I didn't say.
No.
What happened?
And literally, what went such a long way if you had said, this is all you had to say is just about the approach. This is what parents don't understand, the approach. If you had just said, it's okay. Whatever happened, leave it up to us one day. You will just leave it up to that. And even if we have to take it next year, it is fine. It is what's meant to be, and that is what's going to happen.
I didn't talk to you at all. For 1 second, you became on the phone.
Because why? I got so frustrated because of your attitude and your tone and how you got upset at me.
No,
because I said it was hard.
Oh my God, you're lying. I did not get upset.
I was so.
मेरे पाँव के नीचे से ज़मीन निकल गई. When you said, I did not say one word. You hung up a Jees.
Exactly, but
because you hung up, it gave me so much worried because you were not talking, and it gave me so much worried. I'd start crying because you were not telling me what happened.
It was tough. So at the end of the day, all I'm saying is, in moments like that, I just wish I was had a bit more comfort. So that is what I mean.
सारी जिंदगी पपियां जपियां कर करके इसको अभी भी कंफर्ट की जरूरत है. इतना प्यार देने के बावजूद अभी भी इनको कंफर्ट की जरूरत है. हम कहाँ जाएं? हमें कौन कंफर्ट देता है? ना हमारे माँ बाप हैं यहाँ पे.
Listen, we're talking about education. I get all that. Outside of that,
can you get me napkin, please?
Yeah, of course. Okay, let me just finish this point. Outside of all that, and then you could carry on. Outside of all that, you gave us the best life, comfort, love, all that. I'm just talking about when it came to education and when it came to career, things that could have been done or said better, or what the approach could have been a bit different. That's all I'm saying. Let me get you a napkin.
No, that's okay. That's what I wiped it off. Yeah.
So do you get what I mean by that? It's about the educate. I'm talking about when it comes to education.
Okay, I will give you more. I will give more comfort and more encouraging word to your kids. Okay, I will not.
You are not getting near my kids.
No.
When it comes
I will not make that mistake.
You are not getting
you're
gonna tell them what they're gonna become. No. Anyways, that is all I'm saying with that. And another thing, like with school, I feel like.
Maghrib ka time ho gaya. Oh my God, 21 minutes ho gaye.
Okay, we'll finish up. We'll wrap it up. I just feel like, okay, so another thing, let me tell you another thing, example, okay? When it came to school, right? If a child doesn't get into the best school, at least in your eyes, it was seen as a disappointment. True? Yes or no? Yes? So if we didn't get into great schools, we were considered a disappointment. Now, do you see how, is that a good mentality?
It's not, but my dream was that.
That's again. She keeps in this whole podcast. She's been talking about her dreams. Did you once ask us what our dreams are?
Listen, please, can I talk? Because I went to one of the best schools in my area, best college
in Pakistan.
Okay,
wow.
Chup. पाकिस्तान वर्ल्ड
I hear this all the time.
पाकिस्तान वर्ल्ड में नहीं है. पाकिस्तान की पढ़ाई और तुम लोगों की पढ़ाई जीरो बराबर है. पाकिस्तान
की पढ़ाई. That's why everybody comes to America. That's why everybody comes to America.
जो हमारा लेवल है उस पे कॉलेज.
I was back in your zaman in the 1920s.
No.
Top university. Top. Okay, then did you come here? Did you come here and become a doctor?
Could you please?
Did you come here and become a lawyer?
I wish.
Why didn't you?
I wish.
So how about instead of this, do you see us, bro? Do you see us as kids? Listen to this. Just please listen for a second and for a minute. As kids, you guys instilled in us, say, become a doctor, do this, do that. Have we, and our dream, this is my dream, you have to accomplish this. Have we once said to you guys, damn, I wish my parents were a doctor. I wish my mom and dad were a lawyer.
You have said it.
Because you said it to me.
हमें वो environment ही नहीं मिली.
I wish my mom was this. We've never said that.
हमें वो environment. No. Yeah, you have been. No. But let me tell you, when I graduated from the best school of in my area, it was FG College, Kamran Market, Rawalpindi Sadar, Islamabad. FG College was the best. FG College was the best college in the world.
Top university में
top university. And listen,
आगे बैठी भी होती थी.
Please, हमें आगे बैठी. Listen to me. But wherever I used to go out in the working world, in real world, in business world, wherever I was interviewed, they used to ask me, "Oh, where did you do the education? Where did you go to the college?"
I get that.
As soon as the college name came out from my mouth, the expression on the face changes a lot.
I get it.
Oh, you studied from that.
I see that happen to me too.
Exact. And that was my dream because I experienced in my life that school name changes the face and the behavior.
It does, you're right. But should a child become a disappointment?
No, not disappointment.
Should a child be a disappointment?
Like I experienced that good school, good college made a lot of difference in my life. Right. It should be in yours too.
I get that, but does it make a kid a disappointment if they don't?
No, it's not a disappointment.
You said it, though.
But you didn't get in the first year, did you?
No, see, my route was different. But see, that's what the whole point is, though. My route was, listen, let me tell you another thing. Guys, listen to this. Oh my God. I still remember this. Look.
Did I say anything when you didn't get it?
I got into, look. When I got into,
you did not apply even to Riverside University because you were so cool. You did not apply to UCs.
No, listen. Okay, listen to this. We can talk about my education process and my whole journey in another podcast because that is in and of itself. When I started the whole Flip the Switch podcast,
and
way
you
back,
you can do my journey podcast too. You are not the only special sitting here.
Okay, we don't know about all that. Anyways, I'm just joking. Anyways, look, when I got into one of the hardest universities to get into, Duke, for law school, when I got into the top 10 law school, right, in the nation, right, okay? Let me just say this. When I got into one of the hardest law schools ever, okay? You were happy, you were excited, but what was one thing that she said? Do you remember what you said? She asked me, Duke Ivy School nahi hai? She straight up said, basically with that tone and voice. So parents don't understand this. There's Ivy League schools, which is like 13, I don't know how many are within that, right? And there's Duke lands. Duke's not considered an Ivy school, but Duke is better than certain universities within the Ivy school, especially when it came to law school, right? The first thing you said, is Duke not an Ivy school? Holy shit. Can you guys imagine? My head was through the effing roof. Oh my God, I should just refrain from talking. Look, she knows it too. I should just stop because, bro.
I didn't know that's why I asked you.
I got into the toughest law school, the top 10 law school in the nation. Where acceptance rates is almost damn near impossible.
I wanted you to go to UCLA.
She straight up, one of the first things she said was, is Duke not an Ivy school? Holy shit, my head was effing fuming, Mom. I was like, there's nothing.
When you are going to become a doctor now.
There's nothing. Now she wants to become a doctor on top of lawyer. There's nothing that ever pleases these parents. And I'm not maybe just you. There's nothing for you. If it's not this, then forget about it. For mom, that's what was so annoying growing up, was so annoying when we were teenagers, when we were in high school, in college, undergrad. That was the most annoyingest thing because with you, we can never please you. Till this day, guys, I kid you not. Till this day, we still can't please her. Till this day, she still has some sort of critique against us. Till this day, if we get her a gift, if we got her this Louis Vuitton, bro, I bring her a Louis Vuitton bag. Oh, koi aur wala nahi tha? Is there no other one that was better than this? Holy shit. Can you guys imagine what we feel as children when you say these things?
I know, I apologize.
Can you imagine as children how we feel?
But what I can do, I always look best. I always want the best in life.
I worked my ass off to get into one of the hardest universities in the world.
But the thing is...
And what is the first thing that she asks me? Oh my God, guys, just imagine.
I didn't know that it was not an Ivy school.
But that's the thing. All you guys go off is by name. Ivy's just a name, and you don't know that Duke is actually better than certain Ivy schools. When it came to law school, it was better than Cornell. It was better than all these other Ivy schools.
But I still want it.
But the thing is, you just know about, again, what does it come back to? Image. It comes back to image. It comes back to title.
When you got into UCLA,
yeah,
I told you to go to UCLA. I told you for law school to go to UCLA. But you used to Duke.
That's because I was closer to you.
No, but I didn't care that it was Ivy.
That's because I was closer to you.
Okay, so end of the day, The parents' love.
At the end of the day, all I'm saying, there's certain things that you say that
parent love wins.
My head goes through the roof. Okay, let's try to wrap this up a bit. I know we went off on a huge tangent. The biggest thing that I always talk about is careers, happiness. All I'm saying is this: now that alhamdulillah, I've become a lawyer, I'm somewhat established. You can say, right? I've become a lawyer, I'm established, and I was within.
But I wanted you to do more.
She's never pleased. I get it. Of course, I will do more. Inshallah, there was always going to be more, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, there should come a point where I should be able to choose my happiness and what it is that I want to do. I did all those. I checked all those boxes.
You will not marry with your choice.
I checked. Going back to that, I will not marry with my choice. Going back to all those
Forget
boxes.
It, baby.
Going back to all those.
Over my dead body.
I've literally checked every box.
Over my dead body.
I've literally checked every box that are on the journey. And at the end of the day, if I'm not happy, right? What's the point? I'm not saying I still checked it. If I'm not happy, I want to do something different. I want to do a different approach. I should be able to do that. At the end of the day, I did all that. And I checked all my boxes. But I'm saying parents should focus a little bit more. Should be a balance. Discipline, I get. Just a little bit balance should be more on the kids' happiness, what it is that they truly want to do and what they excel at.
Don't you?
But discipline for sure. And I'm happy. I'm really happy the way you did bring us up. You did a great job, alhamdulillah. You instilled that fear, that pressure. It got us to where we are today because of that. I will say there's pros to it. I'm not saying there's a complete loss. I will say all that pressure, all the get into the best schools, get the best. You did all that, and we got to that point because of you. Dad did not do any of that. You did that. Dad was a chill one. You did all that, and the reason why we did that was because of you. The reason why we knew that importance is because of you. So thank you, alhamdulillah. Thank you for all that, and we are where we are today because of that. All I'm just saying along the way, there's certain approach. I'm not talking about the mindset. I'm just talking about the certain approach. The approach could be handled a bit better. Like when it comes to getting into school. I'm just talking about the approach. And I just want parents out there, you guys to understand the approach.
We only learned with the hard way. हमारे सामने सिर्फ डंडा होता था और हमारे सामने pressure होता था.
और we had the danda too. We had the danda and the toughness.
That's how we were brought up, and that's what's instilled with us. So that's why we gave it to you. That's why we say always we should know better to do better.
Let me ask you one last question before we wrap up.
So we should do know better to do better.
Because I know we wanted to discuss raising children in America, right?
Yeah,
I know. Just answer this. This is probably a longer discussion. How do you feel like you did in making sure that we don't do haram stuff? We don't get into the bad crowd, the drinking, the smoking, all that type of stuff. How do you think, how were we successful in that? Like, what is that? What part did you play in for us to not do those things?
Because first of all, it's not me, it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessings.
Yes, of course.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, agar Allah ta'ala na chahe, to hum kuch bhi nahi kar sakte.
But what did you...
I always, because I was very close to you guys. I used to play with you. I used to be, I used to tell you to do... First of all, both of you were boys. I put you in the sports. Yeah. So sports, swimming, basketball, and soccer, all of this life is that. So the people that we hang with around, the sports people, they always teach you and plus whenever you used to go out, I always used to tell you, make a good choice. This life is about choices. Ahmed Baji, this life is about choices. Make a good choice. Do not do anything that will get you harm later on. Be a good choice and remember how your parents will be happy and how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be happy.
I think you did do a great job in terms of the balance of teaching us the religion, deen, and making sure to stay away from those things and the importance of that.
Because you used to call me ulma all the time. I used to give the lecture. 5 years I took to the masjid. I used to give you the lectures coming from the masjid, going out from the masjid.
But you also, by putting us in the sports, but you also allowed us to have that space to where we can be ourselves, have our own personalities, have our own little bit of freedom here.
Exactly.
A little bit of freedom, emphasis here and there.
No, I let you do everything.
Yeah, so
even though I was so scared, Mom, I was very, very scared, Mom. There were no telephones, and he used to go to the farmhouse with his friends. Believe me, I used to talk to their parents. I used to tell them, watch please, he has asthma. If he's sleeping, if he's not sleeping. If he used to go to a night over, oh my God, there will be a bunch of
sleepovers in the Desi family.
Details with them. And
but if I was sleeping over at my white friend's house, it was completely fine.
The parent of the guest was so surprised that I'm so concerned. And these concern, being my concern with each and everything made you not to do these things. Because I was so concerned with each and even when you used to take a breath, I was concerned. How did you take the breath?
I think
so. If the parent shows that they are very concerned with their child will not go into the wrong way because they know we are answerable to our parents.
Yeah, you're right. It's that discipline. It is that little bit of that fear. It's a little bit of discipline, concern, fear.
She's concerned. She's going to ask, even though if you are going to go to basketball, basketball coach, they ask you, okay, today the coach is going to meet you in the gym. I'm going to ask you, no, why he's meeting you alone? Is there will be any other people?
Oh my God,
and
Oprah.
yeah, I mean, this is, I was uncomfortable.
Oprah, bro,
why
I'm going to basketball training sessions, and she's like,
yeah.
Like,
why?
oh, who's gonna be there?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm going for a team practice. Oh my God.
No,
Anyways.
and then I used to tell them, do not go to the bathroom alone. Do not
Oh
watch
my
what his coach is
God.
doing, what they are not doing. I mean, when
Oprah,
this level
shout
of
out.
concern you are, then child is not going to do the SHIT work. He knows my parent is my ass, even though they not let us go to the practice with the coach alone. How they are going to do anything else?
I think at the, like, discipline, fear, instilling all that concern, and instilling the good morals, all that, amazing. But also the child is going to end up, it's going to be a decision a child makes ultimately, and like being around, but the parent has a huge role in making sure they're around the right people.
Yeah,
or like,
I was
they
lucky.
know right and wrong. They know right and wrong.
I am so lucky, alhamdulillah.
Yeah, we
it's
know right
all
and wrong.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's blessing. किसी की दुआ है मेरे साथ, मेरे पेरेंट्स की दुआ, मेरे दादा जान की दुआ, मेरे इर्द के लोगों की दुआ. मतलब मैंने ये अकेले कुछ नहीं किया. ये सब Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala की blessings है. और these are all people prayers that, you know, we are here because people, there are a lot of people are praying for us. And I pray for all our people. Yeah. So it's the end of the day. It's all Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's work that He installed with us, with whatever we are, whoever we are. And we say thankful to each and every blessing we have.
So you did a great job.
Thank you.
Raising
Thank
us.
you so
I hope
much.
people were able to kind of, I don't know, we went a little bit back and forth and got off tangent. I feel
and
like
we are going to talk about the careers because I do need to talk to you about the careers now that I have grown, because I'm growing every day too. Yeah. It's not that I have stopped growing. Yeah, I am growing every day, and I know there are a lot of professions, and in parents' behalf, we have made so many mistakes. So we are going to talk about this later because we are getting very late for our Maghrib prayer. So
we can go into more topics, guys. Again, always reach out to our email or comment down below on topics. Follow us all on our socials. Let us know what topics or things that you would like to hear, or things that you honestly wish you were able to sit down with your parent or your mom and talk to them about. Because that's really what this is. I am sitting down, but we're not like, we're talking as a friend, as a son, but at the end of the day, we're talking about issues that a lot of kids wish that they can also talk to their parents about and see the mentality and understand and allow. I'm the voice for the kids, right? For our generation, and you're the voice for the parents.
No, if parents are listening to you, maybe they can show a little bit more empathy, more sympathy, more kindness, more love to their kids with the discipline. Not only love, but maybe it's not only kids can learn.
Of course.
Parents can, because you are raising your voice for the parents, but I didn't
and you are helping kids understand a parent's perspective.
Exactly.
So at the same time, like with kids listening, with us listening, you're helping.
Because kids needs to know the whole entire world of the parent is you. It's you.
So
There is no me, there is no husband, there is no wife, there is no parents, there is no sibling. It's you. My bacha is you, is my whole world.
I get that. See, we have to understand it a bit more, which is why we get frustrated sometimes, because we don't understand, because we're not parents ourselves. Yeah. Until we become a parent, we can do that. But I hope this is helpful, and I hope we can talk about more issues like this.
Inshallah.
Mama G literally started crying and teared up on this episode.
I know.
I talked about things that I was pissed about. I was able to get that out. This is a therapy session at the same time, and I hope all you guys can relate, and we are so thankful for all the love.
We are very, very thankful.
Follow
we are very
us.
thankful for your love, for your support.
Join us weekly for Chai Talks, dropping every Saturday.
And give us more topics, whatever you want.
Yes, give us
whatever
more
you want us to discuss. We are here for you guys, and it was not a bad choice. He's a good talker. He could be a good lawyer, and he's a good lawyer now.
Madalala bigar gaya. I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that as an outro.
Madalala nahi bigda. Shaadi meri marzi se hogi.
Oh my gosh, she always has to add that in there. There we go.
Okay, Allah Hafiz.
My body, my
I love
marzi.
you, and stay beautiful, stay safe. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep you safe with long, happy, healthy lives.
Much love to everybody out there. Love you guys so much.
Love.
Peace.